Hi, nice to see you again. It's Graham Martin, the recruitment guy, here in the snow. I'm really excited. Today we're here at Peter Dyer Photographs. Now, a lot of people have got cameras in their phones, they've got digital camcorders, lots of people take photographs. Today we're going to go and meet a real life photographer, somebody who makes his money out of photography. Let's go and see how he does it. Let's go and meet Joel Dyer from Peter Dyer Photographs. Let's go. We're inside now, we've come in from the cold, we're here in a real live photographic studio. So as before, we've got 5 minutes, I'm going to press the button and we're going to talk to Joel, we're going to find out what it takes to become a successful and award-winning photographer. So we've got 5 minutes, we're going to press the button, there you go. So Joel, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
We're here today in Joel Dyer's genuine real life photographic studio. These, I believe, were made at Pinewood Studios, were they not?
Some of them.
Good,
yeah.
some of them. Right, so we're going to try and get this within 5 minutes. So, firstly, you're a real-life photographer.
Very true.
A lot of people have got iPhones and they take photographs with digital cameras. What makes, in your opinion, a professional photographer compared to an amateur snapper?
The ability to do an actual job properly,
Yeah.
To know about the light, to know about how to position people to get the best way of moving them and those kind of things.
So what
but
was
also the light, mate.
the light? And what was it that made you think, you know, I want to be a photographer? And when did you decide?
My parents have been photographers all my life. My sister's a photographer, and about 8 years ago I decided to do it professionally.
Yeah.
I was sick and tired of doing what I was doing in the daily grind and thought I'd get a bit of excitement in my life.
So how did you start? Did you go to college? Did you run a course? You've got 4 minutes left.
I decided that I was going to do it, and my parents supported me, and I kind of worked on and off at the photographic here at the studio, and went out and did weddings with my father.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned. I learned on the job.
And what do you like about photography? What's the best bit?
The happiness, the joy, and the moment of being able to capture something that's you've created that they're going to have for life. I think that's the beauty of it.
And most jobs there are negative sides. What's the worst bit about being a photographer? We've got 3.5 minutes left.
I don't really know if there is a worst bit. I mean, the weddings are so exciting, and the studios are what you make of it. I suppose if you've... I can't really think...
Is it like standing out like I was today in the cold, freezing your toes off?
I suppose sometimes in a January wedding, if you're out photographing in the park and the bride's really, really cold and she's going blue, but that's what she wants. But
fair enough. And what does a photographer do in the week? Weekends might be different from the middle of the week?
Weekends photographing weddings. During the week we're doing studio work in the studio, or we're processing and printing, because we develop and print all our own stuff as well. So that takes up some time.
And are there any courses that people can follow, or examinations?
There's an institute of British Institute of Professional Photographers, which is the institute in Britain. There's a few others, but it's the main one. And there is qualifications that you can achieve with them, but there's also, they do foundation courses and things like that. So
there's a lot of access.
To start,
and for our viewers, is there one association people can check it on the web?
Yes, bipp.com.
There you go, you got it, you heard it here first. So give me a bit of a feel for if somebody wants to become a photographer.
Yep.
How do they get into it, and what's the money like? Is it great money?
It's okay money. It depends how many people you work for you and whatever, and that's how you market yourself and do it. And the main thing is, if whether you do the job right and you get what people happiness, then you get the recommendation. Right. It's all by word of mouth. So
it's word of mouth and reputation and so forth. Yeah.
We've been going 38 years now, and we're now photographing the daughters of the people we photographed 30 years ago.
And how has technology affected this business in particular?
Unfortunately, it's allowed photographers who aren't that good to become better because of the computer aspect. Before, when it was negative, you had to photograph and get the best negative you could, and there wasn't much you could do with the neg. Yep. If you've underexposed or overexposed, you can bring that up and those kind of things. So it helps photographers that don't know the art as well easier, but I can still see the huge gap between the novice and the professional, especially in weddings and
so digital photography has changed, and do you see there being future developments that will change it even further?
All the time. Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, you'll buy a camera now and it will be out of date in 3 or 4 or 5 months. There's something else that's come out, and it's like anything.
So if somebody's been, they've qualified and they've got an apprenticeship and they're working for themselves or a studio, and they're not, let's say, top of the tree, but they're a good photographer and they're working regularly, what kind of money are they going to be earning, you know, around the London area or the southeast of England?
I couldn't put a figure on anyone else, but you know, you're talking sort of anywhere from 30 grand upwards.
Really. Oh really? So it's a good living? But,
yeah, it can be.
But hard work?
Very hard work.
Yeah, you've got to get up early.
It's weekend work.
Yeah.
So it's if you're weddings and studios.
So if you want to play sassy football, forget it, because you're going to be at weddings.
You need to be, the worst thing you can do at a wedding is turn up late. Yeah. Which I never do.
Is there one piece of advice that you pass on to our viewers about how to become a successful photographer? One thing that you'd pass on? Get a great mentor, study well, or great
the main
equipment.
thing is, the best thing you could probably do is go and work for someone for free for quite some time, and learn, and then give back to them some time.
You've got to be prepared to put the effort in, pay your dues,
turn up on time,
and become a great apprentice, for want of a better phrase. That's great. Well, Joel, we're great. We've got it within 5 minutes, so brilliant. Well done. Very, very good. Thank you very much for your time. Good stuff. So Graham Martin, the recruitment guy, with Joel Dyer, a real life photographer, saying goodbye.